Take a look at this. A 13-story residential tower. Windows intact. Balconies intact. Even the rooftop water tank still attached. There's just one small issue. This building is lying on its side, not a pile of rubble, not a controlled demolition. An entire apartment block tipped over like a fallen tree, and it landed almost perfectly whole. This is Lotus Riverside, Shanghai, 2009. And what caused it might be the single dumbest engineering mistake in modern construction history. Stick around, because this one is almost too absurd to believe. Rewind to 2008. Shanghai is booming. Property prices are climbing, and everyone wants in. Enter developer Shanghai Meidu, building an 11-tower complex called Lotus Riverside. 2,200 apartments, priced at around $2,100 per square meter. Buyers lined up. By the time Block 7 started construction, 78% of the complex was already sold. There was just one tiny problem nobody mentioned in the brochure. Shanghai Meidu's construction license had expired back in 2004. They'd been building an entire illegal empire, tower after tower, for 4 straight years. Local officials looked the other way. Permits kept getting rubber-stamped, inspections kept getting skipped, and the towers kept climbing, floor by floor, sale by sale. No valid oversight, no accountability, just deadlines and dollar signs. What could possibly go wrong? So how do you tip over a 13-story building? You get creative. On the south side of Block 7, workers dug a massive hole, 4.6 meters deep, for an underground parking garage. Standard stuff, but they had to put that dirt somewhere. So on the north side, they piled it up, and up, and up. 10 meters high. Safety regulations capped mound height at 5 meters. They doubled it. Now picture the building sandwiched in the middle. A 10-meter mountain of loose earth pushing from the north. An empty 4.6-meter void offering zero support from the south. It's a physics problem waiting to happen. Engineers call it a lateral pressure differential. Push hard enough on one side of a foundation, with nothing resisting on the other, and something eventually has to give. Then, it started raining. Heavy rain for days. The dirt mound soaked up the water like a sponge, getting heavier and heavier, turning solid earth into something closer to wet cement. Under that weight, the saturated soil didn't just sit there, it started to flow, sliding downward toward the empty pit like a slow-motion landslide. And underground, holding the entire tower up, were hollow, precast concrete piles. Never designed to handle sideways force like this. As the earth shifted beneath them, they snapped. Like toothpicks. Every single one on nearly the same side at nearly the same moment. With nothing left holding it up on one side, the building had only one direction left to go. At 5:30 in the morning on June 27, 2009, gravity finally won. Block 7 groaned, tilted, and rolled onto its side in seconds. Miraculously, the building had just been finished. No residents had moved in yet. But construction crews were still on site. One worker, 28-year-old Xiao Daikun, had gone back inside to grab his tools. He didn't make it out. He was the only person killed that morning. One life lost to a decision made by men chasing a deadline. In the aftermath, investigators didn't hold back. 13 people stood trial. The 2 men at the top, shareholders Kui Jingde and Zhang Jiqin, were sentenced to life in prison, convicted of corruption and criminal negligence. The financial damage totaled 20 million RMB. But the real cost is harder to calculate. This wasn't a natural disaster. There was no earthquake, no flood, no freak accident. Just a pile of dirt on one side, a hole on the other, and nobody willing to slow down and ask, is this actually safe? Because the scariest disasters aren't always the ones we can't predict. Sometimes they're the ones somebody could have stopped with a 5-meter tape measure. Today, Block 7 has been completely cleared and rebuilt, and the remaining towers are fully occupied. The physical wreckage in the Shanghai dirt is gone, but the history remains. A reminder that no deadline, no profit margin is worth cutting corners on the ground beneath our feet. Let me know in the comments what you think about this video. Malfunction returns.